A 12-member delegation of the Afghan Taliban is in Islamabad for at least 4 days now to have negotiations and talks with the Pakistani leadership and also with various other important members of the Pakistan government seeking ways forward to reinstate and resume the cancelled talks between Afghan Taliban and the US administration. The meeting and the delegation's visit to Islamabad is very important because it comes immediately after Imran Khan came back from the United Nations General Assembly, on the sidelines of which Imran Khan had very detailed meeting with US President Donald Trump, in which Donald Trump had actually made Pakistan understand that the US is willing to talk to the Afghan Taliban, but it needs to ensure that the Afghan government is also taken on board. And also, Donald Trump maintained when he cancelled the 9 month long efforts for a peace deal, tentative agreement of which was also finalized. He had cancelled the talks, saying that Taliban cannot talk to the US administration at a time when they continue to target US forces and also carry out terror attacks in Afghanistan. The US delegation, who actually is also was also in Islamabad, was led by a five-member delegation and was led by Zalmay Khalilzad, the important man for the overall process of this peace deal. Now, what we've been learning is that not only has the Afghan Taliban delegation met with the Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, they've also met with the Prime Minister Imran Khan, and now they've also have had meeting with Zalmay Khalilzad also, which goes on to show that the kind of role that Pakistan has now been assigned and it is playing when it comes to talking to the Taliban and ensuring and guaranteeing them that they should start talk again with the US administration. But the inside details are pretty different. Afghan Taliban have said that they were disappointed to hear when Trump cancelled this overall peace process and peace negotiations. Though they say that they are ready to talk on the same terms, the tentative agreement that was reached between Afghan Taliban and the US administration, but now they are looking for more guarantees. That guarantee, as Afghan Taliban sources say, needs to come from Russia, from China, from the United States, and also from Pakistan, because Pakistan is the main facilitator. Even right now, Afghan Taliban are not ready to speak or even make Afghan government as one of the stakeholders in this overall process. Now, what's important is that the meeting between Zalmay Khalilzad and the Afghan Taliban in Islamabad would be definitely being seen as an icebreaker when it comes to resumption, efforts towards resumption of talks, but both sides are maintaining that this should not be taken as something that should be in relation to resumption of talks or peace dialogue between US administration and the Afghan Taliban. Our sources say that the meeting between Zalmay Khalilzad and the Afghan Taliban delegation in Islamabad lasted for at least 1 hour, in which Afghan Taliban have now put these two important conditions ahead to resume talks with the US administration. They say that they need now more guarantees and also inclusion of Russia and China as a stakeholder in the overall process, because they are now not trusting Donald Trump or the US administration to stand by their word when it comes to coming down to a conclusion of a peace deal and a negotiation deal between Afghan Taliban and the US administration on Afghanistan. They are also saying that they are still not agreeing on the fact that the Afghan government should be made a stakeholder, and their views also should be taken into consideration, because Afghan Taliban say that they do not even consider Afghan government as any authority to be able to talk to them on Afghan peace. But definitely, Afghan Taliban and Zalmay Khalilzad's meeting is certainly very important. It is a way forward. Pakistan has also reassured its strength when it comes to engaging with the Afghan Taliban to talk to the US administration, as it has done in the past as well. And it is now again doing what is needed to be done. What is important is that what we'll have to see, Zalmay Khalilzad has left Islamabad. He's on his way back to the United States, and he will be putting these conditions ahead to US President Donald Trump, who's been very rigid when it comes to talking about the Afghan Taliban. He said it's a dead issue for him for now. But definitely, if there is going to be a resumption of talks, first important thing will be which country is going to be able to actually stand as a guarantor to the United States to the Afghan Taliban. That is going to be very important because Russia and China would might not be in that list to take guarantee for the United States. Secondly, US's administration's authority over claiming that what they would actually want from Afghan Taliban has also weakened because now Afghan Taliban are not trusting them. They say that they came down to a tentative deal. It was on the final stages, and yet on one fine day, Donald Trump said that the talks are over. So the 9 month of overall process was actually derailed with one statement from US President Donald Trump. Now, the guarantors are certainly going to be very important to take this forward. Zalmay Khalilzad will be putting these conditions ahead, and definitely when it comes to the one government, Pakistan's role will be very important because the one prime job that Pakistan has, other than many others assigned or at least asked from the US President to Imran Khan during his stay, a week-long stay in New York, were very clear that they want Afghan Taliban to recognize the presence of the Afghan government and make them one of the stakeholders, which Pakistan is trying to do. But till now, there has been no success. So going forward, we will have to see that what transforms out of this meeting in Islamabad, very important meeting between Afghan Taliban, Zalmay Khalilzad, the US delegation leader, and also the Pakistani administration actually are going to yield fruit or not. That is something that we will have to wait and watch. But definitely, it's a major movement forward with very important guarantees now asked by the Afghan Taliban if there is going to be any possibility of further re-initiation of dialogue and peace process for this 19-year-old war on terror that has actually ripped Afghanistan apart. So Afghan Taliban now want guarantees, and they want guarantees from countries like Russia and China on behalf of the United States, which is going to be a very major challenge for US and also for all the stakeholders to actually take sides on either Afghan Taliban or for the United States, because both sides have had the tendency and they've shown that if required, they actually can take a step back from whatever they commit in the overall process. So it is going to be very important on how this transforms going forward, and we will have to see what kind of a response comes from Washington when Zalmay Khalilzad goes and briefs Donald Trump on the outcome, or at least on the pointers that were discussed during his meeting with the Afghan Taliban in Islamabad.